Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube. This video is going to be just a Q&A video, some bigger questions regarding my nutrition, my training, some smaller questions like my chest training, what was my biggest cheat day, stuff like that. So this is all coming from my Instagram video last week, asking you guys to comment some Q&A questions. So here I go, and stay tuned. Alright, first question. How long have I been lifting for, and why did I start? So I'm 23, started lifting at 13. I was playing basketball, football at the time, and I was going into, I think, 7th grade, and I wanted to get faster, I wanted to get bigger, I wanted to get stronger. I mean, lifting doesn't necessarily make you faster, but that was the idea at the time, just to get my body ready for some middle school football, some high school football in the future. So that's why I started. I've been lifting now for, I guess, 10 years. I've been doing bodybuilding style lifting for roughly 2 years now. So before that, it was pretty much all sports-based lifting, powerlifting, a lot of heavy squatting, a lot of heavy benching, a lot of heavy power cleaning, basically just compound movements. So next question is how I got into aesthetics and proportions. So these past couple of years, I've basically just been trying to even stuff out, fine-tuning, building muscle slowly but surely, precisely in the spots that I want it. And the reason I've been doing this is because when I stopped playing football, I was huge. I was like 195 pounds plus on the regular, and it wasn't all the best weight. I mean, I was mostly muscle, but I didn't look quite how I wanted to look. So I basically just started taking videos of myself and had my brother help me and started pinpointing where the imbalances were, because a lot of heavy compound lifting can lead to a lot of muscular imbalance, especially on your back when you don't really see it. So basically looked at that, kind of gave a self-evaluation of where I wanted to be and where I was, and that was kind of my new mission, like my new thing, just get as even as possible, as wide as possible, and aesthetic as possible. How do I stay lean year-round? Is it difficult? Alright, so first, I have not been lean like this my whole life. If you actually go back on my Instagram about a year ago, I didn't even realize till this year, but I was not nearly this lean last year at this time. So this is kind of my first whole year staying this lean year round. Basically, I guess my motivation to stay this lean is I love the way it looks. It gives me confidence, it makes me feel good. And I worked probably 6 months at least to get to this point. So I didn't really want to let it go. I guess once you get shredded, you can never go back. I don't know. But I've never really been a fan of the whole bulk thing. I've always wanted to put on weight slowly but surely. A big common misconception is that you have to be in like a severe caloric surplus to gain muscle, which is not true. There's actually research that it's not super great nutritional approach. First rule is no saturated fat, or as little saturated fat as you can possibly consume. The only saturated fat that I consume is through peanut butter and through red meat, which is very little amounts, and there's really not much you can do about it. So I just kind of roll with that. But I mean, these non-natural fats, I think they completely kill your gains, and it's just a bad way to go. So stay away from that. Stay away from processed foods. I don't even know the last time I drove through a McDonald's or a Burger King or one of those. I mean, I hit Chipotle sometimes, but Chipotle, you can actually make it really healthy. So stay away from processed foods, stay away from saturated fats, and I basically I tried to just eat as healthy as possible every single day. In terms of being lean year round, I don't find it that difficult. This is my first complete year being probably sub 10% body fat for the whole year. If you look back on my Instagram, maybe a year and 3 months ago, so not this previous Christmas, but the Christmas before that, I was not nearly this lean. So, I mean, I haven't been like this my whole life. It's not the easiest thing to maintain, but I was playing around this past spring with caloric deficits and intermittent fasting. And one thing I did find is that if you don't skip breakfast, but you don't have to eat right when you get up. I tend to kind of fart around for like 30 minutes, an hour, and then I start to get hungry and then I eat. So that's kind of my version of intermittent fasting in the morning. And then I always make sure that I finish my meal at least an hour before my workout. I've found that this kind of helps kill the glycogen stores quickly at the beginning of the workout, so that when I'm doing the supersets and the intense lifting, the style that I use, it's also serving as a HIIT workout. So I'm also burning that fat at the same time. Real quick, if you're looking for some fresh gym gear, go check out Raw Gear. They literally have the best quality, freshest gym gear out there. I mean, I just wear this stuff around the house. Like, look at this. Just a pullover, super soft, great for the pump cover as they call it these days. So if you're interested, use code MANS, M-A-N-S, at checkout, save yourself some money. All right, so current weight and my goal. So my current weight right now is 174 pounds. I used to think that I wanted to get up to like 200 with lean mass, but I don't know, the more I lift and the more I gain experience in this, I don't know if that's possible naturally to be as lean as I am and be 200 pounds. Plus, I don't even know how that would look, but I'm thinking probably just slowly but surely add maybe just 5 pounds of lean mass per 6 months to a year from now out, and just really try to perfect the physique and just fine tune, hit the little stuff. That's really the stuff I love to do, is just kind of crafting it. You get to paint your own picture, as they say, so paint it how you want it and do it. Next question is regarding steroid use. I'm just gonna make this quick. I'm natural, always been natural, and I plan on staying that way. I like the way it looks, I like the way I feel, and there's so many negative connotations regarding steroid use that can happen to you down the road, including cancer. So I'm not really trying to go down that road. I'm not going to judge anyone who does. I mean, a lot of people out there, non-experienced people, look at steroids and they just think that you take it and you sit there and then you just magically grow. I mean, all the like Olympians work probably harder than any of the natural guys on just IG. They're probably the strictest, most disciplined people in the world. So nothing to take away from those dudes. Just a personal preference of mine, and I plan on staying natural my whole life. I don't think that's going to change. Next question is regarding steroid use. I'm just going to make this quick. I'm natural, always been natural, and I plan on staying that way. I like the way it looks, I like the way I feel, and there's so many negative connotations regarding steroid use that can happen to you down the road, including cancer. So I'm not really trying to go down that road. I'm not going to judge anyone who does. I mean, a lot of people out there, non-experienced people, look at steroids and they just think that you take it and you sit there and then you just magically grow. I mean, all the Olympians work probably harder than any of the natural guys on just IG. They're probably the strictest, most disciplined people in the world. So nothing to take away from those dudes. Just a personal preference of mine, and I plan on staying natural my whole life. I don't think that's going to change. When do I have a cheat meal and my biggest cheat day? So first off, I don't do cheat days. I don't think it's a very smart thing to do, considering the amount of work and time it will take to burn off all that crap that you just put in you. Like literally days on days on days of work to get that crap out of you. So I do have cheat meals from time to time. Try to follow the 90-10 rule. So 90% of the time I am eating super clean, just staying on point, and then the other 10% I can have a cheat meal. So I do this roughly every 3 days. I'll have a cheat meal. Sometimes it's longer. I mean, I don't remember the last time I had a cheat meal right now. It's been over a week. I don't know, it's just part of my lifestyle at this point. I don't even really think anything of it. But I mean, sometimes I do like to indulge. On the weekends, if I got sports game on or something, maybe I'll get a pepperoni pizza. It's normally my go-to cheat meal, and just kind of house that. Or I like to go to the local restaurants where I live and get like a bacon cheeseburger and fries. I like that a lot. But with the COVID situation right now, I've kind of been staying away from restaurants and things like that, just because, I mean, you never know how strictly they're following the protocols. But 90-10 rule, go find out how many calories you're consuming, and then you can find out how often you can have that cheat meal. So I go roughly every 3 days. Could be different for you. Tightening up skin in the lower abs. So I think this is a kind of a common question in the fitness area. You can't spot reduce fat, sadly. You just have to kind of overall lose the body fat, and the lower abs, the hips, or quote unquote love handles that people like to call it, are, in my opinion, probably some of the last areas that you will lose that fat. So you just gotta get super strict with your diet. Hit some lower ab workouts like leg raises, stuff like that, to make them pop. Because, I mean, to get a muscle to pop, you can't just lose the body fat because it's gonna be flat. You know, you gotta have the muscle there to make it look good. So combine those two things and you'll see results. Alright guys, thanks for watching my first Q&A video. I didn't really get to my workout splits and stuff because I'm gonna make a whole separate video about that next. So stay tuned for that. Hit a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. You can find me on Instagram at Will Mansworth. Alright, see you soon.